Let's talk about the stock market. Tell me what's
Sure.
going on in the markets at the time of this taping, and let's talk about just 2023 as a broad base and looking into 2024. What are you seeing both good and bad right now?
Yeah, great topic. It's been such an unusual year after a very unusual year last year. So uh, the I guess that if you had to sum up this year, it's been great, surprisingly great. The Nasdaq's up almost 30%. The
Hmm.
S&P is up I don't know 15% or so, and the overall feeling in the market is like what recession? But you turn on any news channel, all you'll hear about is the impending doom. The recession is coming.
Yeah.
I don't know if the recession's coming or not, but the stock market is acting like we are headed into a really good time. And but if you look at the economy, it certainly doesn't feel that way. So I think there's a bit of a disconnect right now between the market and what people's expectations are. But that happens more often than you would think. You last year, everything felt probably a lot better than it does now, and the market did nothing but go down. So the market always looks ahead. People can't always think outside of the current situation that they're in, and that's pretty normal to feel that way. But the market's looking ahead and telling us at this point that things are looking better on the horizon, which thank goodness after last year is all I can say.
Well, it's been interesting because typically it's a contrarian seesaw effect when the Fed raises rates, et cetera. And it seems like the stock market has just ignored that totally.
Definitely.
What Chairman, I call him Boog Powell, if you're a Orioles fan, you know what that is. What Boog
Mhm.
Powell's doing and the Dutch boy haircut yelling, what they're doing, it's been great for people that want higher interest rates, but from the stock market standpoint, it has been interesting to see. Do you think that's pent up demand and liquidity from the COVID years?
I do think there's some of that. A lot of what we're seeing right now all ties back to the COVID, really the response to the COVID pandemic. We're in such an unprecedented time, and I normally hate when people say that, but this
Mhm.
truly is. We've never done what we did during the COVID pandemic. We've
Yeah,
never
no
shut
doubt.
down the economy. We've never injected that much liquidity and new money into the economy at one time. So a lot of this is just I call it the COVID boomerang effect. We're seeing all these unusual economic situations because of actions that took place a few years ago. And yes, I think that all of what you're seeing today is part of that response to the COVID response.
Let's just hope that the government, they don't feel they can do it again. I think there would be so much blowback on this country from what we've now know about the truth. It would be interesting. Yet when I travel across the country, I'll go to San Francisco and half the people walking down the street outside are wearing masks. I'm going, I don't know what's going on here. Maybe they're not reading the same thing I'm reading, but
Apparently not.
Hey, Stan the Annuity Man here. Did you like that little taste of my podcast, Fun with Annuities? Hey, if you want to see the full version, click the link and watch the whole darn thing. Remember, Fun with Annuities. Living the reality, not the dream.